Hello and welcome, dear colleagues. Thank you so much for joining today. And we are thrilled to welcome you to our Cascade Learning webinar series, which will last for about an hour. So, my name is Nodra Kushbakova from Uzbekistan, and I will be your host for this session today. I'm going to introduce our expert Cascade Learning Series that on the topic American English webinars 24, the webinar series, the first session, Ghana, Vanna, Gimme More, Teaching, Listening, and Pronunciation through American Music. Our speaker is Yelena Dergunova from Kazakhstan. Meet Yelena Dergunova. Yelena Dergunova is PhD in education and the head of the education center Zelingua with over 25 years experience in teaching English, teacher training, and curriculum development. She is an accomplished researcher in multicultural and intercultural education with numerous peer-reviewed publications and international conference contributions, and has actively collaborated with U.S. Embassy supported programs and international initiatives. So, welcome, Yelena. I will make you host now.
Thank you very much. So, good evening, everyone. Good evening, dear colleagues. Thank you for the invitation. It's a pleasure and an honor for me to be here, to be the part of this community and present you the knowledge that I gained from the webinar, their American English webinar, but by, sorry, I will share the screen and share my presentation that I gained from the So just a moment. So then again from the webinar by Tiffany Lao. So the topic today is Gonna Wanna Gimme More, Teaching, Listening, and Pronunciation through American Music. Okay. So we have someone here who wants to come in. So
yes, I will accept.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
Appears on my screen, so that's why
Yeah,
I'm always
because
trying
I
to
make you co-host, that's why.
Okay, thank you. So, can you see the screen? Is it okay? Is everything
Yes.
is okay? Yeah. So, wanna give me more teaching, listen, and pronunciation through American music. Here we are. So, I would like to start with their quotation of the ancient Greek philosopher Plato, who wrote, "The training is a more..." So just a moment. So that musical training is a more potent instrument than any other because rhythm and harmony find their way into the inward places of the soul, making the soul of him who is rightly educated grateful. So from ancient time, music has been used as a powerful educational tool. In language learning, its role is especially significant. Music naturally combines rhythm, intonation, repetition, and meaning, the very elements that lie in the heart of communication. When teaching English, music has been used as a powerful educational tool. And when teaching English, music helps learners observe pronunciation patterns, stress, and connected speech in a way that traditional drills often leave. Songs Just a moment. Songs lower emotional barriers, reduce anxiety, and create a positive learning atmosphere and allow students to engage with the language more freely and confidently. why it's better to use music to practice pronunciation, not textbooks, audio, or something like this. So textbooks English is just clean, separated words, artificial speed, and it lacks emotional inflection. And the real world music is authentic input. You can hear the natural speed and connected speech. It's low preparation for teachers, high interest for students, natural drilling of phrases without boredom, and confidence building. Decoding songs builds belief in decoding speech. So I would like to point out the main ideas about their decoding connected speech, the mechanism of fast English. In American English, there are reductions, linking, and contractions. So let's say about reductions. Reductions and linking and contractions, they are key features of connected speech, which is natural language sounds when spoken at a fast or casual pace. While they both contribute to the music of English, they function in different ways. So, for example, reduction occurs when entire phrases or words are shortened in fast speech. So this often involves changing the actual sounds of the words so they are quicker to say. So, for example, they go into, it becomes gonna, want to, and give me becomes gimme. Linking happens when words connect all the sound level, creating smooth transition between them rather than a pause. So this most often occurs when a consonant or to a vowel, from consonant to a vowel. Instead of break between them, we don't pronounce pick it up, we pronounce pick it up. So we connect these words together in one entirety. So, and contractions. I am. Of course, we don't say I am. So we say I am. It's natural. It sounds natural. Linking allows a speech to sound more fluid, and reduction, the same as reduction and contractions, sound more fluid and help learners
Um, we are sorry. I think the bad there is a bad weather in Kazakhstan. That's why it might happen. Can you hear me?
So here it's a wordplay. It's an exciting program between American English Department of State, American Music Abroad, and American Voices. And so here is a list of their songs that I used in my presentation. So you will see them later. When we choose the lyric song, we should focus on our pronunciation target, first of all, rather than focus on the genre. We don't care about the genre, actually. In this case, we care about pronunciation target. And this should that naturally include linking and contractions, help students understand fast or casual English. Stress time rhythm, because English is a stress time language. Songs that have a clear pattern of strong beats and reduced syllables are excellent for building fluency. So music is powerful because it repeats patterns and helps students to hear the same phrases multiple times. And finally, you don't need to play an entire song. Even a 30-second to 1 minute clip of any genre can be effective if it contains the specific pronunciation feature you want your students to notice. And so the first song that I want you to hear, it's subradio, what you want to hear, actually. So, and the genre here is indie pop. The level of this is intermediate, advanced. The focus is here on reduced forms and contractions. Oh, sorry. All right. Caught up in the details, text, calls, and emails. Focus on time. Since I to fix them, things mixed up and get the end. Love everyone I know, tell them, love them like their problem. So, do you like this song? It's very kind of energetic and funny. Okay, so and the first technique I would like to present, it's the pronunciation word hunt. When choosing the song, when starting to work with the song, the pronunciation hunt is a good example of pre-listening, prediction before listening strategy. It's a classroom activity, whereas how words will sound in a song because they actually before they hear the music. So it is designed to help students notice the patterns of natural American speech, such as how words get shortened or joined together. And here is how you can run this activity in simple steps. So before, you should read before listening. Give your students the lyrics, or do not play, but do not play the music yet. So the second step is predict and mark reduction links using symbols. Ask students to read the lyrics silently and look for words they think will sound differently when they hear it. They use specific symbols. So for example, circle reduced forms like wanna, gonna, underline the linked phrases, the linked words, and star phrases that might sound like one single word long, like did you go, did you go, so and so on. So the next one is the next task that you do with this. So you should compare it with your partner, ask students to compare it, to share their ideas with their partner, with their classmates, and remind them that it is not a test. They are not just, they are just making guesses. So they just try to predict it. So, and the last one is listen and check. Finally, play the song. Students listen actively to see if the singer is actually pronouncing the words the way they predicted. So this technique is effective because it turns listening into an active notice, natural English, and builds their confidence before they have to tackle the challenge of their full audio. So, and now here I would like to point out to stop at their scaffolding. So scaffolding is a support provided by a teacher, a task, or materials that help learners access challenging input and complete tasks they could not successfully do alone. In the context of listening, this support is essential because it activates students' background knowledge, helps them understand what to listen for, improves their confidence, and makes authentic listening materials feel much more manageable. Effective scaffolding follows a clear roadmap that moves from preparation to active listening and finally to production. And so here is an example of their scaffolding road. Building a bridge for learners is called. So, of course, we start with the pre-listening. In the pre-listening stage, the goal here is to reduce anxiety and set for the task. So the task may be the following: have students guess the content. So the prediction tasks. Have students guess the content and even specific sounds before they hear the audio. So, for example, show students a few lines of lyrics and ask them to predict if the song will be fast or slow, or what a specific informal phrase might be. So they can also visual aids, images to provide context and help students guess the topic. And here you can do the pronunciation what harmed that I showed in the previous slides. The next stage is while listening. Here it's a good idea not to play once the clip, the music, not to play it once and ask for everything. It's a good idea to use multiple listens with increasing levels of focus. So first listen, it's for main idea. Students listen for their main idea or gist to get comfortable with their overall sound and message. So the second listenings, they listen for the details, for specific words, content, structures, and so that is a good time for circling the word you hear activity. Third listen, it's comprehension. Here you may use like true or false questions, matching tasks, and to understand, to make it clear that they understand the content. And here we can use such active engagement techniques like shadowing, whispering the rhyme. I will tell about them a bit later. So post-listening stage, it's production and personal connection. So here scaffolding should lead the students towards using the language themselves. Of course, it's our main goal so that they could speak. And here is the speaking practice transition from activities where students summarize the content, share opinions, or discuss personal connection to the material. So, and when practicing new phrases, you can move through 3 stages. It's slow, full form, just model the formal version, like I want to. So model this pronunciation. Then the second stage is model their natural form, connected speech version, like I wanna. And then that rhythmic emotional form, have students repeat the phrases with the specific rhythm of emotion found in the original source. So, and the next song I would like to present you, I would like to listen to, and I will give you their kind of strategy, kind of plan how to work with this song. It's Tamara Jade, Better. This song is called Better, and the genre is pop soul. The level is intermediate, advanced, and the focus is here on informal contractions and colloquial phrase. Sorry. So here we are. That is their song. Free, I got the hang of this thing all night. Taking it all in stride. Your time, girl. On my own 2 feet. Traveling, living this dream. Seeing places I ain't never seen before. Ready for some more. So, and here we are. So that's the scaffolding. So using these strategies to organize their lesson. So scaffolding pre-listening task. Here you can see they're part of these lyrics. We're gonna be all right. Keep your head up. It's gonna get better. So, and the first stage in this pre-listening strategy, so we can break, actually, we can break the prediction strategy into the following 3 components. You can see it on the screen. Visual prediction, first stage, first component is a visual prediction. The teacher displays specific lyrics such as we're gonna be all right, it's going to be better, it's gonna be better, get better. And you don't play the audio at the beginning. Students are asked to analyze the text and determine what a specific word like gone means in the context. So the next one is a guided question. So to prompt critical thinking, the teacher asks questions that require students to analyze the language and guess the song's delivery. So the examples might be, is gone functioning as a tense or future, gonna here. And based on the lyrics, will the song be fast or slow? And the next part of the pre-listening task is targeted listening. So finally, the teacher plays the song, students listen specifically to verify their earlier guesses. So in this case, they may circle the words they actually hear. So for example, you may give them their options like gonna, gone, going to, we are going to. So that's, and they should circle it or tick the right answer. So in this case, it helps them connect the written word and its natural connected pronunciation. So, a moment. Sorry, what's going on? So the next stage is meaning check. So on this stage, you give them the questions, they're like for understanding and what these words, what these phrases mean. So they may choose, they may have three options, for example. So this phrase, we're gonna be all right, means things will improve, things are finished, nothing will change. So of course, in this case, it means things will improve. Okay, and the last stage here, it's a post-listening speaking practice. You should practice saying the sentence with your students. So the students should pronounce it first of all slowly, then naturally, as it sounds in their song, and with the rhythm they hear in this song, of course. And so here we move to the next part of our presentation. It's mastering rhythm and stress, because we master here not only linking, reduction, and contractions, but also we master here rhythm and stress. In the context of learning English, rhythm and stress are often referred to as the music of the language. They are critical features of natural speech that help learners understand fast or casual English, which is why music is such an effective tool for practicing them. And what is stress? First of all, stress refers to the way certain sounds or words are emphasized to make them stand out. So, and we can break this down into two parts, two levels, like two aspects. It's a word stress, which occurs when one syllable or a single word is pronounced loud, longer, like, for example, like, for example, in the words like relax. So we pronounce lex, the second syllable is stressed. Today, day, so that's a stress syllable. Sentence stress. This involves emphasizing keywords within a full sentence to convey meaning. And so, for example, I want to go. I want to go. Yes, we pronounce this with the stress want and go. These words are stressed here. And by means using this, like using the sentence stress, we may change the meaning of their sentence. For example, this sentence, you got a friend in me. You may pronounce it with the stress, you got a friend in me. Not somebody else, but you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You may pronounce it with the stress on the word friend, and it will mean that we're becoming friends, not enemies. And you may say you got a friend in me. So it means I'm going to be a friend, not someone else. Okay, so, and the last one is the rhythm. Rhythm is an overall pattern of stress beats and reduced weak syllables in speech. English is a stress time language, which means that the rhythmic beat is created by these stress syllables. And you can see here again this example, you got a friend in me. So that is their rhythm, which is strong, weak, strong pattern. So this phrase is pronounced with this pattern. Okay, so many students, why should we master here this word stress and rhythm? Many students struggle to understand native speakers, not because they lack vocabulary, but because they cannot catch their stress peak, and they often miss the syllable they have been reduced or that have been reduced or shortened. And songs are particularly helpful because they naturally highlight these strong and weak words and let students to feel the rhythm physically through activities like tapping or clapping or whispering along the beat. And so the next song I would like to share with you, and I would like you to present some ideas how to work with this song. It's song is by Tony Memel and his band. I'm never gonna give up. Here it is. The genre here is indie, level is intermediate or advanced, and the focus here is on informal contractions and colloquial phrasing. So let's listen to the part, just short part of this song. That was okay, so okay. So, I would like to present you some kind of examples of how to work with this song. So, but step one, it's pre-listening. Before playing the song, show the students a portion of the lyrics. So, for example, I'm never gonna give up. And so the students circle words they think will be strong or stressed and underline words they think will be fast or weak. The next stage is predictive discussion. Ask students if they expect the song to sound smooth and musical and which words they anticipate will be their fastest. So the next step is active listening and shadowing. So play the song and have students perform shadowing. So in this task, students attempt to speak at the exact same time as the singer. Tell students that even if they miss a word, they should just keep going to maintain the pace and rhythm of the singer. After the activity, do a brief survey to see if they found the task easy, slightly hard, or very hard. And here I would like to say a little bit about shadowing. It's a very good one for practicing pronunciation, for practicing real natural pronunciation. It's an active listening task where students listen to a recording and attempt to speak at the exact time as a speaker or singer. During this activity, learners are encouraged to keep speaking and follow the pace of the audio, even if they miss a specific word. Shadowing improves pronunciation in several key ways. So it helps students practice the natural rhythm, stress, and pace of American English. By trying to keep up with the singers, students learn to feel which words are stronger and longer and when syllables are reduced or skipped. Engaging in a rhythm first speaking activity like shadowing helps students build overall fluency. That's one of the most important things that we have in our, so one of the most challenging things that our students have. Okay, so, and it allows learners to practice reduced forms like wanna, gonna, linking, contractions in context rather than in isolated sounds. That is very important to practice them in the natural speech. So teachers often use shadowing as a low pressure environment for students to practice pronunciation before moving into more independent speaking tasks. So, and I really recommend this one, shadowing. That's very useful. So the next step is whispering the rhythm. Play the song again. With this time, have students whisper the lyrics instead of speaking them out loud. Encourage students to tap or clap on the strong words and the beats as they whisper. So the purpose here is to create a low pressure environment where students focus purely on their rhythm and beat of the English language without worrying about their meaning of every word. So, and the whispering the rhythm technique is an activity where students listen to a song and whisper the lyrics. They don't say it loud, they just whisper it. The primary purpose of this technique is to help learners focus on the rhythm and the beat of their language, not to be distracted and worry about the meaning of the words. During these activities, teachers can encourage the students to tap or clap on the strong words, and that helps them to be physically engaged and physically feel the rhythmic patterns. So this helps students recognize that in natural American English, some words are stronger and longer, while others are reduced or skipped. So there are some, of course, benefits of this whisper and the rhythm technique. It allows students to practice pronunciation and rhythm in a way that feels like intimidating, less intimidating than singing or speaking clearly in front of the class. And it is an effective tool for students who may be shy or embarrassed by their accent. And so by practicing the music of English, the stress time rhythm, students build the fluency needed to understand and produce fast, natural speech. So, and the last stage here, it's post-listening or production stage. Transition from listening to independent speaking using the target language from the song. So here this task may be used. Sentence completion. Have students complete and say sentences using natural rhythm, like here, this year I'm never going to, and so they should fill it in. When things are difficult, I'm never going to. And here, of course, it's a personal connection, which is very important. This step allows students to apply the pronunciation patterns they have practiced to their own lives and feelings. So here is some kind of summary of the techniques which we can use at this when we practice stress and rhythm. So I have already told you about shadowing, whispering, and tapping or clapping. So these are that is kind of summary of this one. So this lesson is designed to move from noticing to production by having students engage with the song's energy rather than focusing on grammar explanation or vocabulary study. And so here is some kind of summary of some kind of advice for the teachers, for the facilitators when we want to organize our lesson. So here it is. It's first of all, we should minimalize the explanation. So minimal explanation, don't over-explain rules. Let students discover patterns first. So then it should be not that just one goal. Yes, so that clear pronunciation target. Don't teach vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation at the same time. Pick one target per song. So scaffold it. So scaffolding heavily. Never play a song cold. Always use predictions or lyric preview first. and connect it to the emotions. The singer's feelings, use the singer's feelings to drive intonation and personal connection. So, and also, of course, speaking at the end, that is their vitally important. So that's what we should come to and do the speaking at the end, of course. So, small changes, big impact. Music isn't just about listening, it's about connecting. It helps students notice the rhythm, stress, and soul of the language. Try one mini lesson this week. Choose one song, pick one target, spend 15 minutes letting your students feel the rhythm. And so, thus, integrating music into English teaching is not just an entertaining addition, but it's also a pedagogical strategy grounding in both ancient wisdom and modern educational research. I hope that you will be able to use these practical ideas from this webinar and share them with your colleagues too. And here I have some questions to you that maybe you could share with us. How do you currently use music? Like icebreakers, maybe mood setting, grammar, vocabulary drill. Maybe you can share with us the examples of songs you use and which scaffolding technique would best suit your current class level. So thank you for your attention. I hope that I wasn't, that's the timing was okay.
Thank you, Yelena. Thank you for sharing the great presentation. The Cascade, the this topic. Yes, we really appreciate. And now it's time to the Q&A session. Could you please
Yeah.
share your answers on the chat? I will read. Yes, thank you, Yelena. We have some questions. They asked
Mhm.
the file of the presentation. One of our colleagues has asked,
Mhm.
and the question about
Mhm.
from the Lafruz, how often
Mhm.
can we use lyrics to teach listening?
Well, it depends on your goals, I think. It depends on your on the level of your students, of their goals that you set. And I think that their pronunciation should take part in any in all their lessons. We should work with the pronunciation at every lesson and spend at least 5 or 10 or 15 minutes at your lessons. Well, and maybe I will close the presentation. Yeah. So that's
Here is
yeah.
another question from
Uh-huh.
again Delafruz. Thank you, Delafruz, for sharing the
Mhm.
great questions. Does it
Mhm.
work to teach grammar vocabulary through music to learners
Yeah.
lower
Yeah, of
level,
course.
lower levels?
Lower levels.
Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe we should take the other like the songs should be different probably. So in the presentation, I will send it. I will share it, of course. That's I will share. There is a link to their. So just a moment, I will find it. For their American English .state.gov, it's ready lessons, English language through lyrics. I can share it right now. The link to this one, it's a chat. There are ready made lessons already, so that's here where
Thank
have I sent it? Yeah, have I done it? Yeah.
Yes.
So yes, there are many like ready lessons for their to work with their vocabulary, to work with grammar. But they are probably, I think that they are intermediate and advanced level in this case. I think that we should choose just the other kind of lesson songs for this.
Uh, the question is from Dilfuza Akilova. Does it give effect for studying English learners?
Yeah, of course. It gives it is very effective. Uh, if we do so it's effective like one of the techniques that I showed you today, it's shadowing, and I would say that it's very effective for in case of pronunciation, in case of practicing their rhythm and rhyme and all this. Yes, it's really effective.
I think
Of course, we cannot create just the whole lesson. We cannot do the whole lesson studying only the songs. It's going to be the part of the lesson, about 10 or 15 minutes. And it's going to be the part of their song. You don't listen to their whole song for 4 or 5 minutes and then work with it. So it's just for practicing pronunciation, it's enough for 10, 15 minutes is enough. It's a lesson.
I think you already shared your resource, right? The Mara,
Yeah.
how often do you use songs in your lessons and how do you choose the songs? Can you share the sources?
The sources, well, frankly speaking, I'm not very uh not very often use the the songs and the music, and this one was a kind of new for me. This session was kind of new for me, and I'm going to practice it. But there are, well, frankly speaking, I will be glad if someone shares it with me. So there's if so someone says A2 students. Uh, so I will be glad if you share it with me, frankly speaking, these resources.
Yeah, thank you. The Zeba Khan told the Yelena the session was so informative and useful. And then Naza said,
Thank
one
you.
time I tried to put in songs for my A2 students, but what about the individual class B1 level? Should I put some musics related with grammar?
Yeah, that's gonna be useful. I think that's individual classes will be, especially in B2 level, B1, B2 level, they are very useful for this. I think that's a good idea.
Um, they want the PPT of this presentation and
Mhm.
yes,
So how can I send it? How can I send it, or it will be better to send? So to share it. So I can share it here in my in this like,
yes, in the
or
on
I can
chat.
send it to you or to email, or what? What should I do now?
You can share on this chat if you can.
So let me see if I can do this.
Yes, is there are options under the to upload the
Mhm,
file.
mhm.
And while you sharing, Takmina says, thank you very much for your great and useful presentation and my questions. Do you know any AI tool that can create and prepare um, for us any kind of songs for different fields of subjects?
AI tool, yes, there are many of them right now nowadays. I can share. I'm not sure that it is kind of related to um, uh, to this like. Just I'm sorry, just a moment. I will share you with one AI tool that I find very useful, and I find it very interesting. So it can be used very. Just a moment. I will show you this one. Um, Maybe it's not like too much related to their like music and so on, but this resource is very useful. It's called Notebook LM, and it's very useful. First of all, that is very important for us because it's free. You can create a lot of, or you can do a lot with this AI tool. So it's a product of Google. Now it's opening. Something is with my internet connection. Um, so you can create a notebook, your notebook. You can download here different files, internet resources, and everything. And in the chart, it gives you the summary of everything that you downloaded. You can download just about 50 resources, not mistaken, about 50 resources. And then based on these resources, you can create audio based on this resource. You can create video with this based on these resources again, metal cards, some kinds of cards, tests, infograms, presentations, tables, and many others. So in this studio, you can create. So that's what I use very often to get ready for my classes, to get ready for this presentation. I used it because it creates a lot of interesting it summarizes and analyzes, and you can get a lot from this one. It's called Notebook LM. So, and here it is. You can work with this. It's very easy. It's very easy, useful, I would say.
Oh,
It's called Notebook LM.
thank you.
Mhm.
And Zamzagul and Shakhanova Jan told that the good resource you shared with interactive tasks and songs. And I just told that it was very helpful for her students.
Thank you. Mhm.
Yes. Um, Let me share my screen.
Mhm. So,
I want to um, so I want to share about the upcoming sessions. The Our next session will be on the 13th of February at 7 p.m. Cairo time and 9 p.m. and Central Asian time. This is a joint event session with Nile T Soul and beyond that tail CIG Nile T Soul in cooperation with Open Central Asia session. Um, we are glad, and here is a registration link. You can scan the QR code to register for this session. And the next one is also the joint event with the Step Azerbaijan, our two from Open Central Asia, Bahar Bakhbidova from Turkmenistan will present, and Bilgeis Hajiva from Azerbaijan. The topic was Bahar's topic will be universal design for learning, and Bill Gates' topic will be inclusive assessment in English language teaching. This joint event will be on 14th February at 5 p.m. Tashkent time and 4 p.m. Baku time. Could you please scan the QR code to register for this session? And next, I'm going to let you know the next American English live webinars on the topic photography as art and media lenses into American language and the culture. It will be on February 18th at 8 a.m. or 1 p.m. ET time. Could you please recheck your the time zone? Usually it It will be at 6 in Uzbekistan time, Tashkent time. And the next one is, could you please share your strategy spotlight as a video, record from your experience? We will be very happy to share from your experience to our audience. And we have already shared our Facebook page, YouTube channel, and we have recently opened our Instagram page. Could you please follow our Instagram? Well, we will be glad if you engage on our Instagram as well. So, dear, um, dear Yelena, we really appreciate your contribution to our community, and thank you for the great session, for sharing to our audience and dear colleagues. We will hope they will find useful our today's session, and I want to sincerely thank you for joining. You are always supportive, dear colleagues. We're really happy that you are finding out our sessions very helpful. We will hope this is not the end, the last session of the Cascading Learning webinar series. Please stay tuned with us, and we will uh, continue to share the useful presentations, and we will seek the great presenters and the speakers for our upcoming sessions. Our
No, can I say thank you to Yelena also?
Yes, sure.
Yelena, I'm very glad to see you. I'm very glad to meet you. I am an English teacher at the Faculty of Foreign Language at Khojan State University, Tajikistan. And this topic was very close to me because, I teach phonetics, yes, and we have it as a separate subject, and we use something you told, yes, in your session with the poems, not the sings or songs, yes, with the music, but it's poems, yes. And now I found out that we can do pre
Pre-listen,
listen,
yeah.
listening and post listening, and that's why I'm very glad today that I connect with you, yes, and
Yeah, thank
have
you.
a lot of useful things. Thank you very much, Elena.
I'm so glad that I'm useful, and actually I'm a year too. I used to be, so just a year. And I read the lectures on phonetics too. We're colleagues, actually.
It is very great. All these
That's,
stresses,
yeah.
tunes, yes, and
Thank you very much
everything.
for these kind words. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much. Glad to see you.
Thank you, Zebahan,
Bye.
for the great, kind words. So, our one of the community leader has already shared uh, the link for the certificate for today's session. I want to remind you that about the link will be closed in 10 minutes after the session. Um, thank you for the active participation, and thank you for the great questions, and thank you for your kind words. Thank you again, dear Yelena, for the great presentation for today. We really appreciate it. Thank you, Yerkin, for sharing the links and the comments. And I don't want to say goodbye. I want to say see you in the upcoming our webinars. Stay tuned. See you there. Thank you. for joining. Goodbye.
Thank you.